what's up, y'all? Dixie T here. Just give me a video response to LV5454. WWE being PG should be least concerns, and it starts with the creative staff / politics. I agree immensely with this thing. Now, let's look at this. Now, I love the Attitude Era. Most of y'all do. Most of y'all do as well. And but to me, my love of pro wrestling really started back in the old school ways, man. The 70s and 80s style. You know, they didn't need that blood and everything else. And they got over with the people, the wrestling ability. I mean, Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, Hogan, Dragon, Steamboat, Macho Man, all those guys got over, not only with the wrestling ability, but their characters and their personalities. They got over with that. You know, and I think there was a lot more. Maybe it is different, but you know what? A lot more people, I think, maybe were open that way. They let those guys become what they are. Hogan, they let Hogan be what he is. They let Ric Flair become who he is. They let Dragon let him become who he is. They let Macho Man be whoever he is, man. They let a lot of people who were and let them become who they were. That's what made them great. Hell, that's what made Austin, Rock, Taker, Mankind, Mick Foley, all those guys great because the people let them become who they are, or let them become great. They weren't afraid of their spots or anything else. They let these guys become great. And I think TNA is doing that as well. With the having Morgan, Matt Morgan, Hernandez, the Pope, D'Angelo De Niro, Pope, let's see. Then you had AJ Styles, Joe, Daniels, and the list goes on and on. And the newest star, Desmond Wolf. You know, I think they're letting those guys out over. And the WWE's not doing that too. I mean, the only guy on Raw is doing this is Kofi Kingston, but I'm expecting him to be de-pushed next by like 2 or 3 months from now. But anyway, but you know, the real problems, and let's get back to the main topic here, the PG. Like I said, I have no problems with that. PG, I mean, heck, one of my great television shows, if not one of the most defining shows ever, was Batman the Animated Series. Did that add associated blood, or guts, or cussing, swearing, or anything else? No, it didn't need that. All it needed was good character development, needed people who actually believed in the characters, and everything else. That is what wrestling is. I mean, what about did Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho needed blood, or you know, swearing, or all this other stuff? Okay, maybe it needed blood in some matches and everything, and things like that. But you know, it didn't need to be cussing and all this type of stuff. It was a very good storyline. And I liked that storyline. It was a very storyline that everyone I know liked, and I liked, you liked, everyone else liked. So, you know, but I think mostly going PG, I think they could get more kids and get people involved, which I think it's a smart idea, because, you know, they shouldn't be making they should be making WWE should, TNA, RH should be making impacts in the next generation, because those can be the next generation of buyers. This is a business after all. You should be looking for the next generation of people who buy the product, but you can't abandon the old timers as well. You have to find balance, and that's what the WWE I think is straining at. That there's no real balance to a project. It's just way here, there, and everywhere. I mean, the closest thing I think to balance is probably maybe Ring of Honor and Dragon Gate. TNA, I think it's getting closer to that. But I think WWE is, I think once they find their balance, I think if these companies find their balance, then I think most people will be happy. Something that the family can watch and have everyone love for, but also have like a little hardcore edge of saying a good story for the older generation to have. Pretty much like the Ratchet and Clank video game series in or the PlayStation 3 and everything. Sure, it looks bright and colorful and looks nice for the kids to enjoy, but actually has a good story that actually for every person, from the littlest kid to someone like my age, can appreciate and you know, say, hey, this is actually not a bad story and everything. You know, because hey, I think that's the thing is, I mean, that is what's the real problem with WWE. There's no balance and there's no everything else. But yeah, I think that's the main problem in this business, whether not only WWE but TNA, there's no balance. There has to be balance. There has to be stuff for everybody. You cannot be inconclusive. That's bad business because you can't be just preach to the goddamn choir. You know, you have to think big picture and give the next generation a shot. Because if you don't, well, talk to the comic book industry in the '90s. See what happened then when they just pretty much fed off the older fans and then blam, the thing imploded. You know, that's what you have to find. Balance. Because without balance, scales will tip either way and eventually your business will fall and you have to find balance. And that's what the WWE needs to find. Is balance and make sure their character, and make sure the people who go over do not just, you know, squash them because they're over guys. You know, to take them, develop them, run with it. That sort of thing. Be like, yeah, run, exactly. You go with it. You run with the punches, man. I shudder to think what they did with The Rock or Stone Cold at this point. Stone Cold and The Rock wouldn't even be close to the big stars they are at this point, and because of these guys. You know, don't be afraid of it. Let these guys go over. Let these guys become great stars, because in the end, you know what? It benefits you. Sure, your chosen guy doesn't get over, but in the end, does that help you win the game? That helps you win. It helps you win because in the end, they're still employed by you. They're still making money for you. And in the end, guess what? These guys are, you know, these guys are going to be the next guys up. You got to put these next guys up anyway. So why not, you know, push these guys when they're over and make some money, man? That's why I'm just, you know, I'm just really hoping that WWE has to do. Because if they don't, they ain't going to last it long. And they're going to go, they're going to go down basically like the way of WCW. People talk about TNA going down, but WWE is going to go down if they don't find any balance soon. And I think they're going to try to get that thing out. We'll have to wait till Survivor Series. Which, by the way, I am attending. See, I am attending it. So, yeah, I'm going to be giving first-hand viewing of that. So anyway, this is Duke CT. Peace and love. I will see y'all when I see y'all. One.